Hello buttercups, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we'll be learning how to make this beauty, this beanie with ear flaps. And we've been trying to make a mini set. We have the scratch mitten or hand glove using the same pattern stitch, the star stitch right there, and we have the booty. This is what it looks like using the pattern stitch as well. So I have the tutorial to this. The tutorial for the booty, we have it on the channel. The tutorial for the scratch mitten, we have it as well on the channel. So yes, we'll be making this beauty together. So let's get into the materials we'll be needing. So as usual, I'll be using this brand, Yeah. So I'll be using these two colors. I'll be using more of white and more of blue and a little bit of white. So yes, I'll be needing this. It's around 40 gram. Right there, 40 gram. So I'll be needing size 4mm hook, 4.0. I'll be needing scissors and a darning needle. I think basically that's all we'll be needing for the bean. So let's get right into the tutorial. Thank you. So to start our beanie with my 4.0mm hook, we are making our beanie with the star stitch pattern. So to make this beanie, make sure that our foundation chain ends with an even number, either with 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. We need an odd number. Sorry, I was going to say odd number. Must end with an odd number. So I'm going to make my slip knot, and I'm making for size 0 to 6 months. I'm using size 4mm hook. If you are doing for 0 to 3 months, you might consider using size 3.5 hook. And if it's for just newborn, you might consider using 3mm. And if you're making for 6 to 12 months, that's 6 to 1 year, you might consider using 4.5. So I'll be leaving some size charts in the description box so you can check that out. So I'll go ahead and chain 65. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll go ahead and chain 65. So I have my 65 chains already. So this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and join to the first chain. So to make sure that my chain is not twisted, so I'll go ahead with the right side facing me, go on like this. This is my first chain, so I'll turn it right here, then slip stitch into the very first stitch there. So I'll chain up one, then into that very same space I'll work 1 half double crochet into the next. I'll yarn over, go into the next chain, work half double crochet, yarn over, go into the next space, work a half double crochet. So I'll go ahead and work 1 half double crochet into each of this chain. So in the end I'll be having 65 half double crochets in total. So go ahead and work yours. So after completing my 65 half double crochet, so I'll go ahead into the very first stitch, go ahead and make my slip stitch to the first half double crochet. So this is what we have. So moving to the next round, I'll chain up 2, then flip my work over this very first space. This is where we started. This is where my foundation chain is. This is the first chain. I'll go ahead and slip stitch inside. So not like we turned our work upside down, something like that. So now to continue, I'm going to chain up 2, then now we work front post and back post half double crochet. So I'll yarn over. This is my first stitch right here. I'll put my stitch, I'll push it forward, grab my yarn, then work my half double crochet. That's 1. Then for the back, I'll go from the back, push my stitch backwards, then work my half double crochet. So we alternate between our front post and back post. So I'll yarn over. This is the next stitch. I'll work my front post half double. Into the next, I'll work my back post half double. It can be a little tricky because of the way we turned our work upside down, but that is what we are going to be doing. Right here, I work front post half double, and the next I work back post half double. So I'll go ahead and alternate between front and back post half double crochet. So when I come to the end, I'll come back and show you what next to do. So after completing my front post and back post half double crochet, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and slip stitch into the very first one. So I'll chain up 2. So right now, where we have front post, we work front post, and where we have back post, we work back post. So I'll yarn over. This is front post, so I'll go ahead and work my regular front post half double. This is back, I'll go ahead and work back post half double. This is front, I'll go ahead and work front post half double. So when I work the second round and slip stitch, I'll chain up 2 again and work another round. So I'll be having 3 rows of front post and back post half double crochet. So I'll come back when I have my 3 rows completed. So this is what my work looks like at the end of the 3rd row of front post and back post. So in total I have 4 rows in total. So this is what I have. First row of our regular half double crochet, then 3 rows of front post back post. So that's 4 rows in total. So this is what I have. This is what the band looks like. So I'll go ahead and slip stitch into the very first one. So right now chain up 1, then work 1 single crochet into each of our stitches. No increment, no decrease. So work 1 single crochet into every stitch. 1 single crochet each. So go ahead and work 1 single crochet round. So I've come to the end of my single crochet row. So instead of slip stitching with this color, since I'm changing color, this is where I will switch my color. In case you are doing your own beanie with one color, which is fine, you just go ahead and slip stitch and start the pattern stitch. But since I'm changing color, I'll just go ahead and grab my new color blue, then make the slip stitch. So I'll grab my old yarn, which is color white, and the new one, which is blue, and make knots 2 times to secure that joining, and I'll cut off the white yarn. I'm done with white for now. So I'll go ahead and after join, I'll go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So we are starting our pattern stitch now, which is start stitch. So I'll go into the second chain from the hook. I'll grab a loop. Going to the third, I'll grab a loop. That's 3. Going to this place, this very place where I slip stitched, I'll grab a loop. That's 4. Going to the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, I'll grab a loop in each stitch. So I have 6 loops in total. Then I'll pass my yarn through hole and chain 1 to secure that. This is our first start stitch. So to make the second, I'll go into the high of my start stitch here. This eye where I chained 1 here. I'll go right inside. I'll go inside, pull out the loop. This side of our first start stitch, go by this side and pass my hook through, then pull out the loop. This is the very last stitch where we entered. I'll go inside, pull out another loop. That's 4. Go into the next 2 stitches and pull out a loop from each. So I have 6 loops in total. Yarn over and pull through hole. Then I'll chain 1. That's my second start stitch. Moving to the next one, I'll go right inside the high, pull out the loop, go by the side right there, pull out the loop. That's 3 loops. Go into the last loop we entered, pull out the loop. That's 4. Into the next 2 stitches, pull out the loop. That's 6. Put through hole, chain 1. That's 3. So let me show you one more time. I'll go into the high of my start stitch, pull out the loop, go by the side of my last start stitch, pull out the loop. The very last stitch we entered, pull out a loop. That's 4. I'll go into the next 2 single crochets and pull out a loop. So I have 6 loops, and over, put through hole, chain 1. So this is what we are going to be repeating all round. So I'll go ahead and work mine. When I come back, I'll show you how to finish off and do the next thing. So to work my last start stitch, I'll go into the high of the previous start stitch, go by the side, go into the last stitch we entered, the last single crochet. Then this is the last 2 stitches we have left. 1, 2. So Instead of chaining one like we used to do, to finish off, I'll go to the top of the very first star stitch we made and make a slip stitch. So that's how we finish off. This is what we have. So every star stitch consists of 2 complete rows. So to do the second, I'll chain up 1, then work 2 half double crochet into each of these eyes. 2, 1, 2. Into the next, I'll work 2, 1, 2. Into the next, I'll work 2, 1, 2. So I'll go ahead and repeat this into each of our star stitch, 2 half double crochet. So you can see what we have at the front. This is what it's looking like. So I'll work 2 inside each. So go ahead and work yours. So after working my last group of 2 half double crochet, I'll go right inside the first half double crochet I made, which is this, and make my slip stitch. So we finished off our first complete row of star stitch. So to make a complete star stitch, we need 2 rows, this one and the half double crochet. So moving to the next one, I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, then turn. Now I'll be working on the right side. I'm going to the second chain from the hook, pull up a loop, third chain from the hook right by the side, pull up a loop, that's 3, into the previous slip stitch, this very slip stitch here. I'll be tight. Shouldn't have make it this tight, but I'll go right inside, right there. Pull out a loop. So I have 4. So I'll go into these 2 half double crochet. So 1 and 2. So I have 6. Yarn over, pull through hole, chain 1. So we have our first star stitch. To work the next one, just as we've been doing, go into the high of your star stitch, pull out a loop. By the side, pull out the loop into the last half double crochet we worked into, pull out the loop into the next 2 half double crochets, pull out the loop. So we have 6, pull through hole, chain 1 right there. Let me show you again. Into the high, pull out the loop. By the side, pull out the loop. The last half double crochet we worked into, pull out the loop. To the next 2 half double crochets, pull out the loop. So I have 6, pull through hole and chain 1. So I'll go ahead and repeat this. So right here, I want to work my last star stitch. So I'll go right inside the high, by the side, inside the last half double crochet, then the last 2 half double crochet left. They are right here. Pull through hole. So remember, we'll not be chaining 1 for the very last one. We'll just go to the top of the first one and make our slip stitch. So right now we are going to be repeating the half double crochet row. So I'll chain up 1 and turn my work. So right inside the high, I'll make 2 half double crochet inside the same space. To the next, which is here, I'll make the first half double and the second half double. To the next one, I'll make the first half double and the second half double. So I'll go ahead and repeat that all around. So this is what I have. So to finish off, I'll go right inside the very first half double crochet and make my slip stitch. So I'll chain up 3. Okay, shouldn't make that one too tight so that I won't have the issue working in it. So slip stitch right there. So I'll chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn. Into the second, I'll pull out the loop. Into the third, I'll pull out the loop. To the previous slip stitch, which is here, I'll pull out the loop. Into the next 2 half double crochet, I'll pull out the loop. So I have 6 loops, pull through, chain 1. Into the high, I'll pull out the loop by the side of my previous star stitch. On the side, pull out a loop. That's 3 loops. Inside the last half double crochet, pull out a loop, and then into the next 2 half double crochets, pull out loops, chain 1. So we have 2 complete star stitch. This is the first complete one, this is the second one. So we go ahead, complete this round, then go back and repeat our half double crochet row. So we are going to be having 3 complete rows. So we'll go back again and work 1 more complete row of star stitch. So we should be having complete row of star stitch. We should be having 4 complete star stitches. So we have the first one, we have the second one, so you work your third and the fourth. So at the end of my complete 4 row of the star stitch complete. So a complete star stitch consists of 2 rows. So this is a complete star stitch. This is the second one. So I will have third and I will have fourth. When I have my fourth star stitch row completed, I'll come back and show you what next to do. We start some reduction at the top. So I hope my explanation makes sense. So I have my 4 complete rows of star stitch right here. So now we will start to reduce. So I'll chain up 3 like we used to do. 1 2 3. Then go into the second chain from the hook, pull out the loop, to the third, pull out the loop. My slip stitch, I'll go right inside, pull out the loop, into the next stitches, pull out the loop. 6 loops, pull through, chain 1. Now we are going to start the reduction. I'm going to the high of my star stitch, by the side, pull out a loop, that's 3, to the very last one, pull out a loop, that's 4. So I'll be going into the next 4 stitches now. So we'll be reducing 2 star stitch into 1. So to do that, I'll go into the next, pull out a loop, into the next, pull out the loop, into the next, pull out the loop, into the next, pull out the loop. So in total I have 8 loops. 1 2 3 4, 8 loops in total. Yarn over, pull through hole, chain 1. So that's our first reduction. We'll be alternating between these two. So the next star stitch will be the normal star stitch with 6 loops. So into the loop, into the high, pull out the loop, by the side, pull out the loop, into the last half double crochet, pull out the loop, and into the next 2, pull out the loop, pull out the loop, pull through hole, chain 1. So the first one we worked it with 6 loops, the next one was 8, this one 6, so the next one will be 8. Into the high, I'll pull out the loop, by the side, I'll pull out the loop, into the last half double crochet, I'll pull out the loop. So we'll be working into the next 4 half double crochets. 1 2 3 4. So I have 8 loops in total. Yarn over, pull through hole, chain 1. So this will be our repeat. The one with 6 loops, the one with 8 loops, the one with 6, the one with 8. So we will repeat that all round. So go ahead and repeat yours. So here is what my work looks like. You can see that it's starting to take shape. It's getting slant already. So I worked my last reduction, the one with 8 loops, and I have 4 half double crochet left. So I worked the one with 6 loops, the one with 6 loops. So I'm going to slip stitch at the top, then I'll chain 1, then turn my work like we've been doing, 2 half double crochet into the high to each star stitch. So 1 2, our regular way of doing our half double crochet. So go ahead and work your half double crochet round. So I'll go ahead and slip stitch as usual, then chain up 3, 1 2 3. So we are going to be working reduction again, but we'll start with normal star stitch. So into the second chain, pull out the loop, to the third chain, pull out the loop, into my slip stitch, I'll pull out a loop, okay, pull out the loop, into the next 2, pull out a loop, 6 loops, through hole, chain 1. So the next one will be reduction stitch. I'll go into the high, pull out the loop, to the one by the side, pull out the loop, the last half double crochet, pull out the loop, then we work into the next 4 stitches. 1 2 3 4. We have 8 loops, pull through hole, chain 1. So this is what we are going to be repeating again for this round, the normal star stitch and the reduction star stitch. So we repeat that all round. So go ahead and repeat yours. So I finished my round with the normal star stitch, the one with 6 loops. So I'll go right inside and make my slip stitch. So we are almost done. I'll chain up 1, then work our normal 2 2 half double crochet. So go ahead and work your half double crochets round, 2 half double crochet into each. So this is what I have. I'll go ahead and slip stitch into the first half double right there. So to work our last row, 1 2 3. So like we normally do, to the second, to the third chain, pull out the loop, inside the slip stitch, pull out a loop into the next two, pull out a loop. In this round we'll be working normal star stitch round, no more reduction. So I'll go ahead and work my normal star stitch all round, no reduction, just like that. So I'll go ahead and work my round. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you how we are going to finish off. So I just worked my last star stitch, then I'll slip stitch, pull up, then I'll turn my work inside out, just like that, and I'll make a knot, tie this off, and cut this, leave a little long tail, and here is what I have. So to cover this hole, I'll grab my tapestry needle and I'll thread it, and I'll go on top of each like this. Like this. Into each star stitch, so like that. So I'll just pull like that. Consider the top is closed. Make sure I pull tight. So I'll grab this loop I have here, and I'll just make knots, tie it off. I'll do that, secure it one more time. So this is what the top of our beanie looks like. Can you see? This is what we have. So I'll be hiding this later. So this is what we have. So right now I'll be working the flap of our beanie. So to work our ear flap, I'll grab my white yarn, I'll make my slip knot. After making my slip knot, I'll locate where we started our work. This is our detail where we started. This is a stitch. This is not a stitch, it's chain 2, but we'll be counting it as a stitch. Remember, our foundation chain was an odd number, so, and we need an even number for us to do the 2 flaps and have even number by the sides. So we are going to be counting this, as a stitch. So that means we have 66 stitches now. We started with 65, but if we are counting this, that's 66. So this is what we are going to do. With my slip knots, I'll insert my hook inside, pull my yarn, then I will yarn over. So let me do that again. Inside, then I'll yarn over. So this is the chain 2. This is not a stitch, but we are going to be counting it, like I said. This is the chain 2. So starting from the front post beside it, I'll go right inside. Remember, I have yarn over on my hook, so I'll go right inside the front post and work my half double crochet. Can you see? So I'll just work my half double crochet like that, standing half double crochet. So that's my first stitch. So I yarn over. I'll go into the next work from the back now. I'll work my back post, half double crochet. That's 2. I'll work front, that's front post, that's 3. Back, I'll work back post, that's 4. So I'll go ahead until I have 10 stitches in total. So I have 10 stitches done. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the next round, this next row, I'll chain up 2, which stands for my first half double crochet. So that's my first half double crochet. So the next stitch, this is the first stitch. You know, we have it as back post here, but when we turn, we have it as front post. So the chain 2 is counting as the first half double crochet. So the next stitch is this back post, which I'm supposed to work from the back, but I'll be skipping this. I'll be skipping this stitch, then I'll go into the next stitch, which is this, which is the front post here. I'll work my half double crochet. The next is back post. I'll go ahead and work my back post half double crochet. The next is front post. I'll go ahead and work front post half double crochet. The next is back post. I'll go ahead and work my back post half double. Next is front. I'll go ahead and work my front post half double crochet. The next is back. I'll go ahead and work my back post half double crochet. So I have 2 stitches left. This is front post here and this back post. So I'll be skipping this front post. Remember, we skipped one here at the beginning, so we'll be skipping the same thing here. So I'll just go ahead and work my back post, which is the last stitch of double crochet. So we skipped one at the beginning, we skipped one at the end. So I'll chain up to 1, 2, which is my first stitch. So the next stitch is this front post. I'll be skipping it. Go ahead and work back post half double crochet, work front post half double crochet, I'll work back post half double crochet like that. I'll work front post half double crochet, and we have these 2 stitches left. I have the back post and this chain 2. So I'll skip the back post and work front post into this very last stitch, front post half double crochet, just like that. I'll chain up to, we keep repeating this until we finish up all our stitches. I chain up to, that's my first stitch. The next stitch is this back post. I'm going to be skipping it. This back post, I'll skip it. I'll go right into the next and work my front post half double crochet. And the next one is back post. I'll go ahead, work my back post half double. The next is this front post and our last stitch. So of course I'm going to be skipping this, then work this front post and work my back post half double crochet around the chain 2. So right now we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll chain up to 1, 2, which is my first stitch done. Then I'll skip these 2 stitches in the middle and work front post half double crochet around the last stitch. So right there we just finished up this first ear flap. Can you see what we have? So with that, I will chain 1 and cut. So we had the first ear flap done. So to work the second, remember with the chain 2, this one that we counted, we said we have 66 now. So we worked on 10 stitches out of 66. We want to work another 10 stitches. So 10 plus 10, that's 20. Now we are going to be deducting 20 from our total stitch, which is 65. So that's 40, which is 66 now. So we'll be having 46 left. So 46 divided by 2, that's 23. So we'll be counting 20. We'll be having 23 stitches here, 23 stitches here. Then we have our second ear flap here. So I'll be counting. This is my last stitch, so I'll count 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23, which is here. So I'll be working into the 24th one, which is this. Let me just grab my yarn. Make my slip knot. I'm working here. Let me pull up so that I can locate my stitch. So I'll go ahead and yarn over like we did for the other side. So right inside I'll work my half double crochet. So that's 1. Front post, that's 2. Back post, that's 3. Front post, that's 4. So I'll go ahead until I have 10 stitches in total. So I have my 10 stitches. So I'll go ahead and chain 2, turn my work, skip this next stitch, which is this front post. I'm going to skip it. Then I'll go into the next, which is back post. Work my back post half double crochet. The next one, front post half double. The next one, back post half double. The next one is front post. The next is back post. The next is front post, and I have these 2 stitches left, back and front. So I'll skip the back post, then I'll work my front post. So I'll chain up 2. So it's just the same thing as we did here. So go ahead and repeat this until you finish it off. When you finish, don't cut your yarn. I'll come back and show you what next to do. So I worked my second flap already. This is what I have. So I'll go ahead and chain for our string. I'll go ahead and chain 60. 1 2 3. So I'll go ahead and complete and have my 60 chains. If you want it longer, go ahead and add more chains, and if it is for newborn you want it shorter, you can make 50 chains or so. So I'll go ahead and make my 60 chains. When I'm done, I'll come back and show you what next to do. Okay, I have 50 chains. I think the 50 chains is fine for this size. So I'll go ahead and make slip stitch into each of my chains. I'll work slip stitch into every of my chain. So go ahead and work your slip stitches. When you get to the top here, I'll come back and show you what next to do. We are going to be working our edging around our work. So I reached the top of my chain already. So into this space, I'll work 2 single crochet right inside. 1 2. So into the next space, which is this, I will do the same thing. Work 2 single crochet. So we started our edging already. I work 2 single crochet into each space. So into this one, so it's either you have a double crochet or you have chain 2. So just work 2 single crochet. So into this very last one, I work 2 single crochet. So this is what I have, 2 single crochet inside each. So I'll jump to the body of our beanie, then work 1 single crochet into each stitch like that. So I'll go ahead and work single crochets till I get to this second flap, and when I get here, I'll come and show you how we work the edging too. So I worked my 23 single crochet. So I'll just jump right inside this piece, work my 2 single crochet. So I'll hide this tail along right here, 2 single crochet as well. To the next piece, which is here, 2 single crochet. To the next page, this one, 2 single crochets. 2 into this very last one, or 2. One and 2. So let me just cut this one off, the one I've been working around. So I worked my last 2 single crochet. So I'll go ahead and chain my 50 chains. 1 2 3 4. So I'll go ahead and complete my chain. So I'll go ahead and work my slip stitch starting from the second chain. Work my slip stitches. So I'll work until I get to the, I'll get back here. So I've come back to the point where I started. So right inside the same space where we've done 2 single crochet, we'll go ahead and do 2 more single crochet inside that same space. I'll hide this tail along. So this is the next space, I'll work 2 single crochets. This is the next space, I'll work 2 single crochets. This is the next space, I'll work 2 single crochets. And into this very last space here, I'll work 2 single crochet. So this is what we have. So I'll jump into my normal stitch and work single crochet. So right now, just go ahead, work your single crochet, then work your last edging by this side. I'll come back and show you what next to do. So after getting to the very place where we started, so inside this single crochet here, this first single crochet, go ahead and slip stitch there. So just without chaining one, I'll cut my yarn and pull out. So this is what our beanie looks like. So we have 23 stitches here, we have 23 stitches at the back, and we have 10 for the flap. So this is what we have. See the beauty we made. Look at that. So like this, our beanie is ready, but as for me, I'll be adding a little pom-pom at the top here. So you just go ahead and hide your hands, and I'll go ahead and hide and add my pom-pom to my beanie. So, and our beanie is as good as ready. So thank you so much for staying with me to this very moment. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check up the tutorial for the scratch knitting and the tutorial for the booty as well, the matching booty. I have the tutorials available on the channel, don't forget. So we have our mini set as good as ready, we have it completed. So thank you so much for the love and the support so far, and yeah, continue crocheting, and yes, I'll see you in my next video. And before I sign out, If you are not yet a subscriber, please click the subscribe button, and if you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and see you in the next class. Bye.